Good morning, pure pugilists. This is Myron Magnus of Boxing Logic. How you doing today? I have an interesting theory to share with you all. And it's involving, of course, Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, and Errol Spence Jr. And the ideal question I have is, did Keith Thurman outthink Errol Spence to get the Manny fight with Manny Pacquiao? Here's the chronological timeline. Manny Pacquiao signs a 3-fight deal with the PBC. Now, we know it's because he desired another fight rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. But of course, he has to go draw a few views, make a few paydays before that can possibly happen, if that is to happen. He fights Adrian Broner. Keith Thurman has his fight with the guy he fought, whom I forget at the moment, pardon me. It looked good early on in that fight, but didn't look so good later on in that fight. Keith Thurman again mentioned maybe a slight injury or something like that. But was he playing possum? Was he playing possum? We know Keith Thurman and Errol Spence both was clamoring for an opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao to gain some pay-per-view success, pay-per-view stardom, to hopefully carry a similar mantle that Floyd Mayweather gave to Canelo. So, am I wondering, did Keith Thurman play possum for his last fight to make himself a little bit more enticing to fight? Enticing to be offered a fight by Manny Pacquiao rather than Errol Spence, over Errol Spence. Errol Spence looked to dominate and looked great in his last fight. Much better than Keith Thurman did. But was that calculated by Keith Thurman? I do believe Keith Thurman is a very, very, very smart and intelligent young man. And he's a thinker. He's a chess player. I wonder, did Keith Thurman intentionally not do his best in the last fight against old dude? Took a few hits, this and that, to make himself look more like an easier fight than Errol Spence would be for Manny Pacquiao. A lot of you may not think that fighters and people move that way, but many do. And I find it interesting because I'm sure Manny Pacquiao do want the fight against Floyd Mayweather, if there's a possibility for that to happen. And I'm sure you don't want to take want to take as little punishment or take the least amount of having a loss so that opportunity does not go away. And if he was to take a loss to an Errol Spence or Keith Thurman, we can almost guarantee the fight with another fight with Floyd Mayweather most likely would never happen again. If Floyd Mayweather was to come out of retirement and do that. So I'm wondering, did Keith Thurman again outmaneuver and outthink Errol Spence by making himself look more vulnerable, not look as strong as Errol Spence is? Because I, like many others I know, believe Keith Thurman is still a healthy Keith Thurman. A healthy Keith Thurman is the #1 welterweight still. So, that was just on my mind. I want to share that with you guys and get your opinions. This is Myron Magnus, and listen to a segment of Pure Pugilism, Boxing Logic. One love.